Dr. Larman here. So was there ever anyone in prison that made my jaw drop or that I felt that I couldn't help? Those are two really good questions, and I'm going to try to answer them both in this one video. So I worked in a level 4 men's maximum security prison, which is the highest level of care in California. The only thing is we did not have a death row, but we got the worst of the worst, and a lot of them had committed some heinous crimes. So the odds were high that invariably you were going to get some guys on your caseload that had committed heinous crimes. I had a guy on my caseload who had committed a very heinous, in my opinion, and probably most people's opinion, crime of he murdered his child. Now, that is bad enough, but the way he did it was the child was a toddler sitting in a car seat, and he shot the child point blank in the chest and killed the child. So he was on my caseload, and working with him was very difficult because the whole time he was there, he was proud of the fact that he was supposed to be on death row, but he fought that in the penalty phase, I guess, of his trial. So he was super proud that he was supposed to be on death row, but he wasn't. However, nobody in prison can understand him because he's not supposed to be there. So no one can relate to him. He felt that I couldn't relate to him because I was a woman. I almost wanted to tell him, but I didn't, that no, I can't relate to him because I would never, ever murder anyone, let alone a child, let alone my child. Didn't say that to him though, because I am not there to judge. They've already been judged, tried, convicted, so I am supposed to be there to help them. So he would go on and on about how nobody can understand him, and he's not supposed to be in prison because he was supposed to be on death row, and now he's not, so he's really not supposed to be in prison because he didn't commit any crime. He did not mention his child's death. He did not grieve at all his child's death. He didn't even, it was like he didn't acknowledge any of it. So he was very difficult to work with in the mental health treatment sense. It was more of keeping this guy stable, keeping this guy from getting into any harm, keeping him from harming others, and just kind of telling him, well, you're here, let's discuss, let's talk, but that's not anything that he wanted to do. So as long as he was on my caseload, I was just there to listen and hopefully help him maintain stability. So that was someone that both made my jaw drop, and I knew I really wasn't going to be able to help this guy at this point in time. Maybe later in his sentence, but not in the time that he was with us. So there's some more. If you want more, just put it in the comments. Otherwise, I hope that answered your question, and thank you.